Welcome to FNM TV. FNM TV is presented by Harrison's Comics and Collectibles, Salem, Mass. 252 Essex Street. Today we're going to be finishing off Game 3, Round 5, all for the tournament, and that sweet $80, $85 store credit. I believe it was somewhere around that. Tony Frontiero versus Mac. It's evened up 1-1 going into Game 3. Mac destroyed Game 1, missed his combo pieces, and was beaten by Tony's Stoneforge and Batterskulls in Game 2. And Game 3, we are about to bring you. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I want to know how this ends, because honestly, it's been a while since I even edited this, and I'm just going in with a narration, so I'm watching this as fresh as all you guys are. Mac's going to go back, send that hand back, maybe learned his lesson after Game 2. Not having any of your key pieces. I'm not entirely sure what the reason for that mulligan was. You guys can actually pause this video. I'm actually stuck watching this completely from start to finish. If I pause this, I can't go back, because then it's multiple voices over one part, and I don't want to give you guys poor quality if I can help it. So, we'll watch this mulligan up. Tony seems to be content with his hand, it looks like. I'm not entirely sure what's in there, but it seemed like he had a mana leak. Against Mac's deck, I think I might actually take out mana leaks. Seeing as most of the time you're going to be tapping out for Stoneforge, you're going to be holding your mana back so you can flash out that Batterskull, and especially since Mac's going to be on the play, you lose that mana advantage because you're going to end up staying back. So Mac got 6 cards, looks to get all the land he needs. Has that Marsh Flats. I'm not sure if he has a blue source, but he doesn't need it unless he's playing Tezzeret, so not a really big deal. And Tony started off for the 3rd game straight in a row with a Colonnade tapped. Mac will play a Marsh Flats. Crack it, more than likely looking for a Plains. Thin out his deck. 2 cards in this turn. The draw, and search out that land. And, oh, so apparently that card previously was actually a Plains. My fault entirely. Some of those, one of those full art Plains actually looks very black-like with the dark clouds. He's going to play that Steel Overseer. Steel Overseer, very key card for this. He's going to pass it over. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's sitting on the mana leak. He doesn't seem to have that Stoneforge or a Hawk in hand. I could be wrong, but it looks like Tony is land heavy in his hand. I know he runs the older looking lands, so I believe those old looking ones that I'm seeing are islands. Looks like he has 2 islands in hand from his flipping. Mac's going to go digging again with another Marsh Flat, searching out Plains. I believe that's actually probably one of my favorite Plains arts, the full art from Zendikar that Mac currently has on board. It's very dark. I'm a big black player. It was actually one of the first colors that I've learned to play. First was blue, then black, all at the age of 8. And my cousin Jeremiah ended up teaching me in New Hampshire. How did you guys end up getting into Magic? Let's hear some stories about how you guys started playing. Was it a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a cousin, family member? Did you just randomly wander into the store? Let's hear about it, and talk about the stores that you ended up starting to play at, or if you end up playing, or if you just do your casual countertop Magic. So Mac is staring at his field. Looks like he has a Tumble Magnet in hand, a Signal Pest. I think he's holding back on casting that Pest because he feels about Tony's counter spells in hand. And really, he can just really sit back right now and just start beating in damage. He's going to play a Tumble Magnet, try and bait out that counter spell. Good play. Smart play by Mac. Very, very smart play. And Tony looks like he draws into another counter spell. So Tony's going to play that Squadron Hawk, search out more beats. Looks like Tony only has 2 islands out, so he's not going to be able to bring out that second Hawk this turn, which is, I'm not sure if it's a mistake, mistapping what he wants to do with that 2 originally, but you might want to bring out the extra beaters to protect your life points this early on with that slow of a hand. But Tony's definitely not out of this game. Tony needs to get a Stoneforge, or for that matter, next turn a Batterskull if he still has a land in hand that comes in untapped, which I'm pretty sure he does. Oh, looks like he drew another Steel Overseer. So he has Overseer and Signal Pest in hand. If he's smart, he plays one, casts a Signal Pest, bait out another counterspell, then plays Steel Overseer. And, yep, smart play by Mac. Very, very smart. Blue mages can be so crafty, but only because of the order that you cast a spell. You give blue mages a lot of power, depending on the order that you do things. A lot of why people lose to blue and control decks basically is because of the order of operations. Sometimes, you know, obviously, there's situations where you really just can't win no matter what goes on. Like, it's brutal. Sometimes you just plain straight lose. But, you know, in those games where you can actually play it out against the other person, feel like you have time to do it, it's very, very key. Very, very key to play your spells in the right order. Sometimes you have to bait out that counter spell. Sometimes you have to play that waiting game, wait for them to tap out enough mana where you feel comfortable. And he's going to get in that Tumble Magnet anyway. So Mac right now, barring the counter spells, would have been even better position than he had been, with a Signal Pest on board and a second Tumble Magnet. But it looks like Mac's locking this game up very, very nicely. And Tony playing from behind, unless he draws a Day of Judgment at this point. I'm probably sure at this point not even a Batter Skull really helps that much, seeing as you can just use those Steel Overseers as pump magnets for his Ornithopter and completely override that life gain. Tony seems like he should be casting Jace right now. Yep. There comes that Jace right into play. Bounce Steel Overseer with the most counters. Very smart play. Very secure play. Very good play. I'm going to pass his turn. End of turn. You want to tap that Sordid Hawk. Good play. It looked like he top decked a Tempered Steel. Could be wrong. Looked like he top decked Morghast. He only has one open. So right now it's very, very key. If that's a Tempered Steel, he plays it and kills that Jace and hits him in the face. It's a very, very key card if that's what he didn't indeed draw. And he did. Mac, don't hesitate. Just play it. There you go. Good boy. Kill Jace. Kill him. Oh, he didn't even go for the Jace. I wasn't even aware of the life. And that's game. Tempered Steel takes out Cawblade. Champion dethroned. Well, not Tony, but the deck Cawblade. Cawblade's a pain in the butt, and I'm glad it's gone. But, again, for all you brewers, keep brewing. That's what happens when you brew, and you brew effectively. Deck is hard, hits hard, aggro-oriented, and it has a lot of key cards to get you there. So, hopefully we can do a deck tech with Mac and with Sook in the next couple weeks and get you guys those lists coming out. Charlie doesn't want to put his list out. Sorry for those who are asking. Follow along next week. And subscribe.